thank those. Oops, sorry, I've got a recording going, guys. I would also like to thank those that made this possible, and that would be the Kansas farmers at Kansas Pork Association, the Kansas farmers at the Kansas Soybean Commission, and Michael and Christy Springer at Springer Family Foods, the farm we're going to be visiting today. Now, I'm going to run through our classrooms. When I say your name, go ahead and wave and say hello to us so we can hear you. Teachers, you might want to go ahead and unmute when I say your name. All right, we're going to start with Maple Hill Elementary School. We've got a kindergarten class there. Logan
Heine.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So all
Hi.
Can you say hi, guys? Yeah, say hi to the farmer. Thank you, and the piggies. Excellent. Thank you, Logan. All right, and we've got White City School. And we've got two classes there. We've got a 4th grade and a 5th grade class. I'm not going to say both teachers' name. You guys know who you are. If you want to unmute and say hi, that would be great. Oh, hello. All righty. And then next we've got Southwest Elementary School, 3rd grade class. Oh, no. Hey. And then we've got Easton Valley Elementary School, the 3rd grade class.
Hi.
Hello. Next, we have Heatherstone Elementary, 1st grade class. All right. And then we've got Lincoln Central, 2nd grade class. Okay. And it looks like, did I miss Central Plains Elementary? The 4th grade class? Yeah. Welcome to the farm, everyone. We are super excited to see you. Now we're going to meet Christy and Michael in a little bit and talk to them. But before we go there, let's watch a recorded video. Christy and Michael, I might ask for your help here. If you don't get audio, could you wave your hand at me so I know that we don't have any audio signal? All right, sounds good. I'm going to share this video and you guys can watch and learn a little bit about Christy and Michael's farm before we go there live virtual today.
Have fun watching the video.
We should be playing here in a second.
Hey guys, I'm Harper. Have you ever been to a farm before? I've seen barns from the road, but that's about it. That's why I've decided to visit one to get the real scoop. Cooper and Mason invited me to their family pig farm in Sycamore, Kansas. They're gonna give me a tour of the farm, teach me about how they raise pigs, and even let me hold a piglet. I can't wait. Did you know that there are over 1,000 pig farms in Kansas? Farmers take good care of their pigs so that we can have pork in our grocery stores. Pork is a meat that comes from pigs. Let's go see how farmers raise their pigs. Come on!
We're here at Springer Family Farm in Sycamore, Kansas with Cooper and Mason. Their family raises corn, soybeans, and lots of pigs. Hey guys, what's it like to take care of pigs?
I love working with pigs because they are very easy to work with.
We give pigs the best possible care that they need so we can feed our community and yours.
Where do your pigs live?
Our pigs live in barns.
Piglets and sows live in farrowing houses. The piglets are the baby pigs and the sows are their mothers. The farrowing house is a barn where moms have their babies. It's just like a delivery room at a hospital.
Can we go see some piglets?
Sure, let's go.
Pigs give birth to babies in groups. That's called a litter. Usually there's 12 piglets in a litter. They each weigh 2 to 3 pounds when they're born. Pigs start walking as soon as they're born. They grow really fast, which means they nurse at least once every hour. We make sure moms get really good food and water so that they can have enough milk for their babies. Sow's milk provides the babies with all the nutrients they need until they're about 3 weeks old.
So what happens next?
The piglets get weaned.
What does weaned mean?
Wean means that they'll stop drinking milk from their mama and start eating food. The sows go back to their own barns where they can wait until they have another litter of pigs. Then the baby piglets go onto the ham tram to the nursery.
Would you like to go see some piglets now?
Absolutely, let's go.
Cooper told me when pigs move into the nursery that they're about 3 weeks old and weigh 15 to 20 pounds. That's like lifting 2 gallons of milk. They keep the barn nice and warm so that they're comfortable. They use computer technology to control the temperature, just like you use in your house.
So now that they don't drink milk, what do you feed the pigs?
Let's go take a look.
So we are at the feed mill. The feed mill is a place where other crops like wheat and corn and soybeans will be harvested on the pig feed. This whole entire field of corn will be harvested with a combine, put into one of the big semi-trailers, and be hauled to another one of these grinding places, or even this one. After it's grinded up, it will go into the feed truck, will be hauled to this farm over here and other surrounding farms.
I was shocked to find out pigs like vegetables, including corn. Now, they don't eat corn on the cob like you and me. They eat a different kind of corn called field corn. Field corn kernels are smashed into small pieces that are easy to eat and digest. Basically, a farmer will plant a corn seed that will grow into an ear of corn. These are harvested in the fall. When corn is harvested, a combine harvests the corn. As a corn cob goes in, single corn kernels come out. Those kernels are smashed up through rollers and added to the pig feed along with other ingredients like soybean meal and other nutrients. Did you know farmers plant their crops in acres? 1 acre is the same size as a football field. In Kansas, corn is one of the top produced crops. Farmers plant more than 5 million acres of corn. That's a lot of football fields. Our harvest is so big that it could fill 10,000 swimming pools. Here's a fun fact. Corn can also be used to make ethanol fuel for our cars. When corn is used to make ethanol fuel, some of it is left over. We call those distiller grains. Distiller grains actually make a great treat for pigs and can still be used in their food. All in all, 39% of corn planted in the United States is made into fuel or made into feed for our animals like pigs. Nutritionists agree pigs like corn because it provides them protein and energy to be happy and healthy. Pig food is stored in bins to keep it fresh. It travels through a long tube right into the pig's feeder to keep it nice and full at all times. They also have a drinking fountain for clean, fresh water. After eating all those vegetables, they grow up fast. At 8 weeks old, pigs weigh about 40 to 60 pounds. That's the same weight as 4 bowling balls. As they get bigger, they move to a finishing barn where they have more room to move around. Pigs live in the finishing barn until it's time to go to market. They'll be 6 months old and weigh 280 pounds when they go to market.
So guys, how long has your family been raising pigs?
We've been raising pigs for 70 years. My great-granddad used to raise them outside back in the old days. Now with all this awesome technology, our pigs live in high-tech barns with fans and misters to stay cool in the summer and heaters to stay warm in the winter.
Before I toured your farm, I thought pigs just laid around in the mud all day.
They do spend a lot of time sitting and relaxing, but they also eat and drink and play in their pens too. I love watching pigs grow up and play in their pens.
Thanks so much for giving us a tour of the farm. I really enjoyed getting to meet your family, learning about pigs, sows, and the life of a pig.
Sure, no problem.
Anytime. Have a porktastic day.
All right, guys. So what did you think about the video? Did you like it?
Yeah.
Good, good. So K6 5CB that logged in during the video, can you tell us what school you're from?
Lincoln Central.
Great. Well, we are excited to have you guys. You didn't miss very much at all. And we will kind of keep rolling along. So we've seen a tour of Michael and Christy's the entire farm, but now we're going to go live to the farm and we are going to talk to them a little more. Christy, Michael, I'm going to go ahead and spotlight you guys. Show us around your farm and introduce yourselves.
Hey guys, good morning from the nursery barn here at Springer Family Foods. So our farm is located here in Southeast Kansas. We are, I'm a hog farmer wife and this is my hog farmer hubby. So we're gonna show you around the nursery barn this morning a little bit. So I'll let Michael talk a little bit about the barn and what's going on in here this morning and how old these piggies are.
Good morning. Morning, I'm Michael. I'm a third generation farmer and we're in our nursery. And right now it's a beautiful 80 degrees in here and it's 60 degrees outside. So these pigs that are hanging out with us, they're about 5 weeks old. They've been in here for about 2 weeks. What goes on in the nursery is that these pigs have all the food they can eat, all the water they can drink, and they get to hang out with their friends 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So what they have to do is play, eat, and sleep. So this is a modern building. The pigs live inside. They live inside so we can protect them from the cold weather, from the rain and the snow, protect them from the heat, protect them from predators, and keep them healthy. So, let me talk about the feeders in the water.
Yeah, talk about what the temperature is outside this
So
morning.
it's 30 degrees right now, and it's 80 degrees in here. The ideal temperature for these pigs when they come off their mama at 3 weeks of age is 82 degrees. They're gonna live in here for 7 weeks. By the time they're in here 7 weeks, the ideal temperature for them will be 70 degrees. And we're able to maintain those kind of temperatures in this building year round. So when the wintertime, the heaters come on to keep them warm. And in the summertime, we have fans and we have what's called a cool cell that works kind of like an air conditioner to keep them cool. So this is where the pigs drink. So we keep clean, fresh water available to them all the time. So they come up to this bowl to get a drink of water. Did you know that a pig this size will drink about, I'd say 3 pop cans a day of water? More in the summer, less in the winter. Also, this is where they eat. This is called the feeder. So the feed comes in through this pipe. It has a great big slinky inside of it that augers the feed into the building. Our feed delivery truck comes and delivers the feed to the bin outside, and then we auger it into these feeders. And then the pigs walk up here and shake the adjustment pan so the feed falls down so they can eat it. So the feed consists of corn, soybeans, and vitamins and minerals. At our farm, we make about 1 million pounds of feed every week. These little guys in here, they're going to eat a little over a pound of feed per day. But by the time they get done in this nursery, they'll eat almost 3 pounds per day. And by the time they get to market weight, in 6 months, they'll be eating over 8 pounds of feed per day. So they're big eaters, big eaters.
So let's talk about the floor. Do you see the slats in the floor? So, you know, what goes in must come out. So just like you all go to the bathroom, this is how what happens to the pigs when they go to the bathroom. So anyway, so farmers are like the original recyclers because the pigs, you know, eat the corn and they eat it and then they poop it out. They poop out their food and it goes down through these slats into a pit underneath the building. And then this gets pumped into our lagoon. And then we pump the manure out of the lagoon and we fertilize our fields are fields of field corn, not the type of corn you eat in the grocery store, but the fertilizer, the type of corn that we feed that's used for animal feed. So that's how we fertilize our crops. And then we go ahead and grow the crops again and feed them again. So they are working busy. Now, pigs have a bad reputation. They always, people think that they're messy. Well, pigs, they kind of have a plan for their, a house plan. They've got a bathroom area and a living room area. So here in the middle of the pen, you'll see it's not too dirty, right? So this is where they play and they hang out. Normally, if I wasn't in here, they'd be all over the pen. They're avoiding me today. But at the ends of the pen here, you can't really see it, but they kind of use it as a bathroom. So they try to keep their pens clean. Now, people think that pigs like to roll in the mud. Well, the reason pigs like to roll in the mud when they live outside is that they're trying to keep cool, because pigs don't have sweat glands like you and I do. So that's why they like the mud. Now, in our buildings, we can control that environment. So when we walked over here to the nursery barn, it was 30 degrees outside. But right now in this barn, it is 80 degrees. It is nice and comfortable. And so as the pigs get older, they will like it cooler. So as they move to the finishing barn from the nursery barn, the finishing barn will be a bit cooler, and the sides of the buildings have curtains on them, and those curtains will go up and down all day long based on what the temperature is outside. So what else can we talk about? Oh, did you guys see the ham trim on the video? So that's kind of cool. So our ham trim is an old school bus, and we have taken all the seats out, and we can hold 350 piglets on that ham trim. And so how we get them on there is the hardest part. We have to put them on there by hand because pigs don't do stairs. And so anyway, but the fun part is getting them off. So what we did is we took an old slipper slide off our boys' swing set, and we put that in the back of the bus, and we slide the piggies off of the bus, the ham trim, into the barn. So we have one person at the top of the slide and then another person at the bottom of the slide, and we slide them down, and it makes it a lot easier to get them off. So that's always fun to watch, the piggies coming off the ham trim.
That is so cool, Christy. We love this tour. Hey, can you get us up close and personal to that feed? Maybe hold a little handful of it so we can look what the feed looks like.
Sure.
And then here in a minute, guys, we're going to be unmuting class by class and asking you guys for a question. Wow, look at that. So inside that, what are the primary ingredients in that feed again?
Yeah, so it is about 80% corn.
Yeah, 80% corn and 20% bean meal, and just a little bit of vitamins and minerals.
Yeah, so just like you all take your Flintstone vitamins, our piggies get their vitamins and minerals as well. So, but the main components is corn and soybeans.
Soybeans, yeah, and we see those out in the fields growing all over Kansas, don't we?
That's right. We are in the middle of soybean harvest right now down here.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. How are the soybeans looking down there this year?
Well, we wish we would have gotten a little more rain this summer, but they're not too bad.
Good. Very good. Well, how about I'm going to go down my list here and unmute, and we're going to take one question from each class, and we are going to start with Logan's class. I'm going to ask you to unmute Logan and ask our farmers a question.
So our question, the kids' question is, what predators do you deal with down there as far as which ones are a potential risk to the pigs?
Great question.
Good question.
Well, if the pigs were outside, we'd primarily be dealing with coyotes. If you're down in Oklahoma, we'd be concerned about feral pigs, wild pigs.
Yeah. So you just mentioned something, Michael, about if the pigs were outside. So does keeping pigs in barns make them healthier and safer?
Keeping pigs indoors allows us to take better care of them so they can stay healthier. Because first of all, they don't get exposed to other pigs that might be sick. So they're, the fact that we can control their environment, like last Thursday, it was 70 degrees here. Friday morning, it was 28. If the pig would have been living outside, it would have been really hard for them to adapt to that wide temperature change. And some of the pigs would have gotten sick.
Yeah.
We also, when it comes time, when we do have a sick pig, we treat them just like we treat our children. We contact our veterinarian, and under the veterinarian's direction, we give the pig the medication that they need.
Yeah, that's really important. Thanks for sharing that, Michael. All right, so next school, we're going to go to White City, the 2 classrooms that we have there. If you guys wanted to ask 2 questions, feel free to unmute and ask, 1 or 2 questions, whatever you'd like.
Our question is, how do you clean out the lagoon?
Well, that's a fun job. Most of the waste in the lagoon is pumped off, and we pump it through our center pivot irrigators as irrigation water. And so we dump the water off the top, and then the poop that's down the bottom, the solider material, we inject out to our fields and put in with a big knife applicator.
That's an excellent question. Absolutely. So really, farmers, you guys are the original recyclers, aren't you?
Right. And we've been doing it for a long time.
That's so cool. All right, Southwest Elementary School. Unmute and ask us a question.
Okay, my students were wondering, when you first go into business, where do you get the original pigs that you start with?
Well, we bought our original pigs from a genetic company called PIC. So at our farm, we raise our own replacement females called gilts. We have a farm where we raise females to go back into our breeding herd to grow our farm. So there's farms that do the same thing, and then they sell those out to other farms. But we raise our own replacements. This building here is actually full of boy pigs called barrows that came, and who the girl pigs were saved to go into the breeding herd.
It's really neat. It's important to have the perfect mommies and the perfect daddies to make those perfect pork chops and bacons, right?
Exactly right.
All right, Central Plains Elementary. Do you guys have a question for us?
What's the biggest pig that you've ever had?
What's the biggest pig we've ever had?
Well, I've seen a 700-pound pig before, but I just sold a load of pigs in September that average weight was 350 pounds. And that's the biggest load of market hogs I've ever sold. I'd like to sell the pigs when they weigh between 280 and 290 pounds. And they'll be about 6 months of age when they get to that weight.
Wow. So they grow from tiny babies all the way up to 6 months of age and get that big, Michael?
Yes, they sure do.
I've got another classroom here, Eastern Valley Elementary. Would you like to unmute and ask a question?
We are wondering if you have different kinds of pigs or if they are all the same breed.
Question.
For the most part, they're all the same breed. These are actually half landrace, half Yorkshire, and then we have about 10% or about 5% of our pigs are these, and then the rest of them they're crossed with the Duroc, so they're half Duroc quarter landrace and quarter Yorkshire. And those pigs sometimes will have some spots or a little bit of color on them, where these pigs have all white mommies and daddies, so they're all white.
Ah, good. Very good. All right. How about Heatherstone Elementary?
If I was a pig
No,
farmer,
here, go right here, look at the screen and talk really loud.
if I was a pig farmer, what would we learn in school?
If she was a pig farmer, what would she learn in school? What classes should she take?
Oh, okay. If you want to be a pig farmer, well, they have all kinds of, well, when you get in high school, they have agriculture classes and they teach you all about animals, about different breeds and grow, how they, what they eat and how to make their feed and how to raise them and how to treat them if they're sick. And then when if you go to college, they have classes that teach even more about pigs. There's even people that go to college that do research on how to make pigs grow better and what the best breed of pig is. And there's all kinds of things you could learn about pigs. But I'd start with enrolling in your junior high or high school ag class.
That's a great suggestion, Michael. And that leads into something else. Tell us about the kinds of jobs that it takes to run a farm. I know I would think maybe truck drivers or veterinarians. Tell us all about the different jobs that make your farm run.
Well, we have about 50,000 pigs, and I have 32 people that work on our farm. And our jobs include taking care of the pigs. We have people that work in the maternity ward, having the babies. We have people that work in the breeding barn. We have people that do repairs. We have mechanics. We have people that work at our office that pay our bills and keep our records. We also have people that make our feed and drive our trucks. There's all kinds of jobs on the pig farm.
Yeah. All right. Last question. Lincoln Central. Do you have a question for us? Oh, is there another Lincoln that I'm missing?
We're working on it.
Sorry.
Michael just answered our question when he said 50,000 pigs. So we're working on another one real quick. Macy. When did they start farming? How long ago did you start farming? I know you said you were third generation, but how long ago did you start?
I started farming in 2000. I actually raised 1,000 pigs when I was in.
Uh-oh. We've got a little bit of a lag, Christy and Michael. I don't know.
In high school too, but I actually in 2000.
So he started in 2000. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It looks like we've had one more question before we hop off. If any teachers need to leave, you're more than welcome to. That's no problem. But we've got one more question that, oops, I forget what class, but Janae's class wanted to ask. Is they'd like to know, what do you do with the piggies when they're grown?
Well, who here likes to eat bacon or ham sandwiches?
Oh, I got a lot of hands going up here.
Sausage and their biscuits and gravy. When the pigs are 6 months of age, we send them to market. And so that's how we get our pork. That is the meat that comes from pigs. So we as farmers that's what we do. Our job is to feed the world. And so we are raising these pigs to feed the world.
Great question. Great question. Well, guys, we have had such a fun time today on the farm, and we are so excited that you got to join us at the farm. I want everyone to say bye to the little piggies and to Christy and Michael. And we are so grateful that you could join us today on the farm. And we've got a job for you. You need to go home and tell your parents about one thing that you learned on the pig farm today. How about that? Say thanks, thank you, and goodbye. We'll see you guys the next time.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming to the hog farm.
Hey, Michael and Christy, we'll hop on about 10:15 again, or 10:20. You
Okay.
can hop on if you want.
Okay. All right.
Thanks,
Sounds
guys.
good.
Yeah,
Thanks.
bye-bye.